Is there failure in sports, and do you consider this playoff failure for the Bucks?
You can tell Giannis from overseas because he missed the Michael Jordan commercial. The ultimate commercial. Remember the commercial? The reason that I succeed, because I failed. This is the reason why I succeed. I missed these shots. I missed that shot. That's a failure. When you don't win and you don't reach the goal, you fail and you come back and you try again. You failed, bro. When you lose, that's a failure. Winning is a success. It's two different metrics. So I think that he just got a little confused. He needed to get into the Michael Jordan catalog and go find out what success and failure really is, because your ass lost. Don't be mad at the reporter for asking the question. Just answer it a little bit better. Next question.
That's what it reminds me of White Man Can't Jump, where she was like, sometimes when you win, you really lose. Sometimes when you lose, you really win. And sometimes when you win or lose, you actually tie. But sometimes when you tie, you actually win or lose. I don't know what the fuck that shit meant, but it resonates right now. Gil, thoughts?
You want to go with him or you want to
go? Brady, you got it.
I think once you win a championship, every year, you're trying to come back to win. So, it is a failure. But they're going to keep asking those questions. The reporters are expecting you to get back to where you were 2 years ago. Reporters is doing his job. You got to be a little careful with I always feel like players need to be careful with comparing their situations with Michael Jordan. Just off the fact that, Michael Jordan, when he did win a championship, after that, he kept winning championships. It wasn't, he didn't lose in the first rounds or he didn't lose in the Eastern Conference Finals. He kept going. He kept going to the finals. So I think, for Giannis, it's his career. It's up to him, and we'll see what happens. But I wouldn't do the comparison, with anybody, because he's his own man. That's all.
Listen, it's great. Look, that was a great argument for him if he's a lawyer. Not even gonna lie. Right? That was amazing, right? It's like it made you really believe, like, yeah, Giannis is right. The American almost came out and made him want to cuss. He said, well, I'm not gonna take this personal. But at the end of the day, you were supposed to win the championship, or you were supposed to be in that running. You were favored. You was in the top 3 of winning the championship. You were the number 1 team in the NBA. Did you fail? Yes. If you lost the first round, you fucking failed. You lost to an 8 seed who barely made it. That is failure. This is America, right? This is America. You failed. Like, where your prediction is, if you didn't get close to your prediction, you failed. It's like saying, going to a job and say, all right, you're gonna make $1,000 today. I have a check for $1,000 today. All you do is you got to finish the job. This is the things you got to do. And then you leave there with $50 and then say, hey, I got paid.
I won.
No, bitch, $50 is not what you were supposed to win 1,000, right? You made the bare minimum to who you supposed to be. So yes, it's a failure. If I was the reporter, I would have asked them a follow-up question. The follow-up question is, okay, well, you say it's steps to building the championship. Do you think you moved forward or backwards?
Ooh.
Because he can't say he moved forward. This year, you can't say you moved forward towards
the goal.
You moved backwards this year because you lost to them. But, at the end of the day, that team was built for them.
Yeah.
Like his worst shooting percentage in playoffs or against any individual team is against them. They play him very well. And, he can't, listen, we can't blame him. He does what he do.
Yeah.
Right? He played well. He plays well.
It's the team. It's the system.
It's really the system.
It's the system.
It's not him. Like he did what he supposed to do. He was injured. Most of the series. But at the end of the day, you need better players around you.
But that's that point too. But that's that point too. What you said too. Even if they did win it, remember we were saying like, well, I'll go get Dame. They didn't get better.
They didn't get better.
I feel like they didn't get better after the championship. Like they didn't go get more pieces. Like they just came the same guys, and they lost PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
Like they lost their main dog.
Let me ask y'all a question. Did Jimmy Butler will the Miami Heat to win the series? What did Jimmy Butler do to take his team to the top?
Willed it.
Willed it, right? Mm-hmm. So why didn't Giannis do what Jimmy did?
Well, Giannis played well.
Well, he was hurt.
He was hurt.
I mean, he was hurt.
He missed game 2
He was
and 3
hurt.
with the back
2 and 3.
contusion.
Right?
Yeah,
But he came back 3 and 4, right?
4 and 5.
He was hurt.
4 and 5, right? He had 2 games to do what he needed to do to will his team, right? So my question is, it's like Jimmy did what he needed to do. He didn't depend on any other outside, pieces to help him will the team. And Giannis needed to do the same thing. So for him to be triggered like that, it's like either you regret not giving more, doing more, or you're going to put the blame on somebody else.
Well, I mean, he did his part, so he can't blame. Like, he's not going to throw anybody under the bus.
But what's his part?
This
His
is
part
all
should
y'all's
be winning.
fault.
But his part,
His part is win. You're the leader. You're the MVP. You're
Coaching,
all these
coaching,
things.
What's his
coaching too.
numbers?
Coaching.
What's his numbers?
Coaching got a lot
39,
to-
4.
Yeah.
Like, he's playing against somebody who's playing better.
This is the only. Y'all see me? This is the only number.
No, that
y'all
doesn't
see.
matter. Like,
L.
and if he throws, if your number 2 guy is, scoring 6 points, you don't want to throw him under the bus.
Nah, but the same results, still the L.
Yeah, but he did his part.
He did his part, but no
On those
adjustments.
2 losses, what did he do?
So Giannis for the series, but you got to quantify all this shit. 23, 11, and 5 in the 3 games, but he only played 11 minutes in game 1, had 6 points.
Yeah.
Game 4 had 38, 10 and 13.
Triple-double.
Yeah.
Game 5 had 38.
Yeah.
So the average,
20
as you
and
said,
3.
was 23, 11,
Because
and
11
5.
minutes.
But because 11 minutes in game
minutes.
1.
So basically, he averaged
The back
38.
Yeah.
He averaged 38 when he played.
So 32-ish, if my math
Yeah.
is right.
32-ish.
Was the first
So-
game?
so it's him getting his numbers.
No.
26.
The 2 games he lost. What did he put up? He put up a triple-double.
26, 10, and 13, and 38, 20, and 3. So he's
about
averaging 32, 32, 15.
Those are his
and 8.
numbers.
32, 15, and 8. Around, those two.
But playing against a dude that had 56. Shit,
But remember
42?
what you said, though. This is what you said. You said in the playoffs, to be elite, your production and your shit goes up.
Yeah,
His did not.
he did.
Yeah, he just got hurt.
He averaged 32.
That's because he got hurt. If he doesn't get hurt, those numbers go up. That's like he's averaging
I'm
40.
talking about after when he come back, you still got to go.
Yeah, he averaged triple. He had scored a triple-double.
But those were his regular season numbers.
He didn't have no, but what I'm saying is, he had a great number. This beats anybody, but he played against a dude who had 56. So he's offset. It's just that he didn't have no other power. Like, I would, like me with him, he did his job. They just got to get better.
And I fucked
Like,
it up.
I don't know if Middleton even played well this season.
I fucked it up. First game, he came back 26, 10, and 13. Then 38, 20, and 3. For everybody in the chat who's trying to question me. I just want to put that out there.
Do your job.
You got one job.
But I think for all y'all, Giannis obviously looked pissed being asked that same question again. What's the
Yeah.
easiest way to not be asked that question again? Win the fucking series. They don't ask you about those failures.
Yeah, I get it. But I mean, listen, he handled it in a professional way, being that heated.
So question for y'all, are people who agree with Giannis, are they delusional? Because like you said, the MJ commercial, there's failure in life. I think we can't look at failure as necessarily a bad thing. Failure is a part of the growth, part of success. But you can't also look at it and be like, well, this wasn't a failure. Like, dude, you was the number 1 team in the league. You lost in 5, and it goes 6, 7. I get that you missed the better part of 3 games. You came back for 4 and 5, tricked off numerous double-digit leads in those games.
It's listen, no.
it's a failure.
In his situation, that is a failure.
Yeah.
Like when Jordan won his first championship, right? He did not fail. Those other years that we're talking about, those was not championship teams. Those were teams that he was actually building, and once he got there, he won. Right? That's it. There's no in between. There's no, so if you're going to use Jordan, understand it. The teams he was on, they were making steps. Once they became a championship team, they won chips. Period. He didn't win a championship and then downgrade the next year, then get close and then no, that's not how Jordan did it. He won, kept winning, retired, came back, kept winning, retired, and then he played
The Wizards.
with Kwame Brown.
It always comes back.
Throw that shit in there.
It always comes back.
What?
But when he came back, yeah.
That wasn't a failure. That's like a championship, to be honest. That's like being an 8th seed and you
So we talked about MJ. How
beat
was
the number 1 team.
Man, you're a big Kobe guy. How would somebody like Kobe reacted to this situation? I imagine much differently than what Giannis said.
Probably the same way. Remember when Steph said, y'all not going to want to see us next year. Remember when they lost, I think Steph was averaging like 31, 32, and then they lost. He was like, yeah, no team is not going to see us next year. And then they came back and won it the next year. I think that's like the type of mentality, like, Kobe has.
It's a wasted season, though.
So, huh?
It's a wasted season. As you guys know, your NBA careers are finite. This is not going to go on forever.
Yeah.
This is a golden opportunity, and if you want to get to that Jordan level, 6 rings, right? You got one. One is not 6.
Yeah,
so to compare
for
that, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And now you blowing opportunities to do that. But how much even looking at that 2021 finals, just with the situation going on, coming back from after the pandemic, I think they started that season super early. Guys were getting injured. Now do we have to look at that championship a little differently?
Listen, I already looked at I've already gave you flack for that championship. Right?
What? The 2021?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Jersey was whooping y'all ass them first 2 games, beat y'all by like 20-something. James Harden's hurt. Kyrie goes down. Right, y'all got through that series, but the Bucks was getting manhandled those first 2 games. It wasn't even on the same planet, right? It wasn't even the same planet, right? They ended up winning because everyone got hurt for the Nets. Then you couldn't stop Trae Young. The ref fucked him up when he hurt his ankle, couldn't play no more. And then you play, who was the next round?
Was Phoenix in the finals?
Then you got Phoenix in the finals, right? No, who was before? Who was after that?
Boston?
Let me pull it up.
It was someone after that, but then you go to...
No, I thought they beat KD and them, right?
Huh?
Didn't they beat KD and them to go to the finals?
That was Boston.
That's
Before that.
no.
Before
2021 Eastern Conference Finals was Boston.
No, that was first round.
Okay.
KD was first round. And then you had Suns, and then referee had to come in.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Don't do
Scotty?
that.
Was it Scotty?
Don't do
Yeah,
that.
I'm just going to say it.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Scotty too hotty?
No, Scott wasn't supposed to be in game 6. It wasn't supposed to be in game 6.
So 2021
Someone begged Adam Silver to put Scott in game 6 of that game. Begged. He was not originally supposed to be on game 6.
So 2021 was Heat first round, Nets second round, Hawks Eastern Conference Finals when Trae made that run. Then Phoenix Suns, I think we're up 2-0.
Yeah. Smack. And then...
And they blew it.
and then what's
They
the
blew
name
it.
came in.
They blew it.
Scott Foster came in
They
game
blew
3.
it. They blew it. I was sitting there game 6, blew it, defeated. They were defeated.
No.
They were defeated.
He was not supposed to be a ref.
They were defeated. They were defeated.
50 piece.
They were defeated.
No, he did play fucking amazing. But at the end of the day, the team wasn't.
So
After that championship, I would have, if I'm the owner, if I'm the general manager and all that, any one of them, I'm looking at that season and saying, okay, look, we got lucky. Like, we really got lucky, but we're gonna accept this shit, but we do need to get better. Because if everyone's healthy, fuck no, we're not going through that. So we need to get better and upgrade so we can come back, and they didn't.
They didn't.
They looked at that team. It was just like when Cavs won a championship, and instead of upgrading, they're like, nah, we're going to keep the same team.
They paid everybody.
We're going to keep the same team. What the fuck you mean keep that same team? You were down 3-1.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You were down 3-1 and came back and well, that's not a championship. You got lucky.
Golden
Fucking
State
upgrade.
got KD. What the fuck are y'all doing? But that is what it is. That's another disappointing
I
moment.
said this summer's gonna be interesting for Milwaukee.
It is.
I'm letting Milton go. He's free agent, right?
I think he has a player option this year, so he can become a free.
Hey, man, we're going to pay you. We're going to pay you big money. Opt out. Yeah, we're going
Brook
to pay you
Lopez
big
is getting
money.
older.
Yeah.
I mean, the pressure's on Milwaukee. I mean, you got to keep Giannis is happy, and if you don't, next year, by next year or the next year after that, what?
At the end of the day, let's just keep it a buck. He did everything.
He was supposed to do.
He's done everything he's supposed to do. You got a championship to a city. You good, man.
Yeah.
Giannis, you good. All right? Like, you good. All right, there's really nothing else we need to talk about with your career. I don't give a fuck what you do. Like, Bucks, Milwaukee, they love you. They're going to love you forever. You're going to go down, you're going to have a statue. It's going to speak Greece or whatever language you speak. It's going to have a button and just says random shit you say. You good, all right? You good.
You get promoted every year?
Yeah.
So you tell him he need to just relax a little.
He good. I mean, there's no pressure.
Agent Zero. Change the game. Put that respect on his name. Look, with the honor call for greatness, the chosen a few that carry the gift of genius, who do what they do, who possess finesse, are blessed with desire